Hi there and welcome back. This is just going to be a short video for today, which is a Friday. Still working on these Woodland walk journals, and it's time to get them sewn in. So I thought I'd just do a little standalone video of sewing it in, just for anybody that is still unsure about sewing journals in. So it's just going to be a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Now most of my pages are the full length, so I'm not going to worry too much about are the stitches gonna catch everything. I think there's just a couple like this one. Well, that's going to catch 2 holes. It's going to catch a middle hole and a bottom one. Just going to pop it down just a touch to make sure that it does. I think there might be one other that it might not catch. That one, that's fine, that'll catch the 2, so that is fine. I know everything's in the right way up, so that's not a concern. So just make sure that they all back in. Okay, so I want it right at the bottom, so I'm going to find the middle, which is proving difficult. I've gone past it, yeah. Okay, so that's the middle. Okay, I'm going to put 2 clips on. I'm going to put one at the bottom because this one on this side where I've got my finger is a little bit shorter, because I think I did a flip out or something on there. So that's going to go there, and then this one can go here, and that's plenty to keep it in its place. Just got some wax thread. Do it about 3 times to get enough length to be able to sew it and tie it off. So got my awl, and I'm going to go in the middle. So as I'm making the hole, I'm kind of closing it up as I'm doing it, because I want this to be right into the fold, so we're coming out on that fold. Doesn't always exactly come out on the fold, and that's fine. And if it does look messy from the outside, you can always stick some lace down over your edge. That's it. It is a bit tough because obviously we've got all those pages in, and we've already started adding things, which I wouldn't normally leave it to this stage to sew it in, but I did want to go back to the sewing machine and sew a lot of the pieces in, which is why I'm a bit late in the process of sewing in. So I've done my 3 holes. I'm going to go in through the middle from the inside, and that's because when we end, we're going to tie it off in the middle. If you wanted to tie it here, you would go in that way instead. So I'm going to go back in, and you can go in at the top or the bottom. It doesn't make any difference. Don't think that's gone through, but I don't think it's far off. Yep. So I'm just going to go back in with the awl. I think it must have moved slightly, which is strange. Oh gosh. Right, so just going to follow that. Ooh, it's not wanting to. I think that's it. Felt like it. Not quite. It's just missed one. Should be able to do it without unclipping. That's it. Okay. So we've got 2. Just going to pull that slightly, and then we'll go through the other one without wrapping it around there. Come on, that's it. Pull it through. I'm going to lose my thread. The eye's pretty big on this, so I can sometimes lose my thread. Just make sure it's pulled through, and then we're going to go back through the middle. It's not wanting to. I think the middle is the thickest. I suppose that's got the most pages. No, it's not wanting to. So at this point I will take my clips off, and if I've got to feed it in, you know, page by page, then, you know, that's the way it is. Okay, so we've gone in, it's come out about there. Yep. Yeah, that hole's way too big, but I do like this needle. Hopefully that's gone through. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to pull it slightly. I'm not tugging at it. I'm just making sure that, you know, these are not baggy. My pages are still, you know, straight, and I like to give it 3 knots, and then I'm going to cut this off slightly. Okay, so that is that one. It's not wobbly at all, so that went in fine. Let's just do another one. I've done the other 4 off screen, so there's just these 2 to go at. So yeah, that's what I was meaning about the middle one. This side is a little bit shorter because I attached that, what to call it, a clocking in card, a time card. I think we would in the UK call them clocking in cards. I don't know if anywhere uses them. I doubt it anymore. I'm sure it's all computerized. So yeah, that's in a okay place. It will catch both of the stitches. Sometimes you can only, you know, catch it with one stitch, and that's normally okay. Okay, so we're all in the right place. Okay, let's find that middle again. There we go. So I'll put one at the bottom. Ooh, that was tough. That's it. I think the ones with the, you know, that you can bend over are a lot better because you've not got your top of your clip, you know, like these, so getting in the way. So I do prefer using these sort. Okay, so that looks in the right, yeah, the papers look in the right position. How can I not be able to get my thread in this big hole? Okay, so we've threaded up again. Again, I'm going to go through the middle. Now, a lot of the times I will do, well, I always do the middle hole first. and sometimes I will put my needle straight through, because you know, sometimes when you can't get back in with your needle, it's because the paper's kind of, you know, it's gone into a hole and then it's kind of closed itself up slightly. So ooh, that's tough. Ooh. Oh, I can see it. Inside I'm going like that to you know, ease it through. I'm going to leave that there and actually follow this back through, because I think that one could be quite difficult. This one feels a lot more chunky, which it isn't, because they've all got the same stuff on, and the materials are the same thickness, even though, you know, it's different material. So I've just followed that straight in, which made it a lot easier. And we'll go in the bottom. Ooh, what's that? And we'll go straight through like so. I know you can't properly see because it's hard to have me hand in the book and you know, do it. Let's try and get back through here. Aha, that was a perfect one. Okay, let's take these off. Always take your clips off before, you know, you start pulling it together, because obviously you could rip your pages. So before I tie it, just check this side, just make sure, you know, it's not baggy. You don't want it too tight that it's ripping your pages. Okay, and then I will knot it off. Again, I do 3 knots, and that's that. Okay, so they are now all sewn in. So let's have a put all those back in my drawer. So we've got 2 in the Bluebell Woods. We've got 2 of the cute animals, and we've got 2 with the mushrooms and ferns on. So all sewn in. Well, shall we just have a flip through one of them? Got a couple of minutes. I'll have a flip through. So we've got a pocket at the front. I have got a playlist for the series so far, which the link will be at the top of the description. The kit that I'm using is called Woodland Walk. It's one of my kits. It's available on Etsy as a 35-page kit and on Patreon as a 40-page kit. And if I remember rightly, I think there's an extra 18 free pages that go with this kit as well. So we've done a bit of sewing here and there. I'm going to leave, I mean, some of the threads might get on my nerves, or like that one, and I might cut it down a bit, but I will leave some of them. So I've got that in. That's a pocket. I can use that as a tuck. This is one of the freebies. I did, the glue on there did stick on there, so we will have to cover that up. So I did plenty of you know, flips and things in this. So I'm not going to be putting a lot of actual you know, pockets in. I'll be putting some in. Got some page edges, but I wanted it more as you know, adding more writing space. This was a pocket I think we made in the last video. So I've got this pocket here and behind. Another flip out there. Yep. Put that down slightly. I know some people love the stitches, some people hate them. I like, you know, a bit of it. I think it adds to it. Little pocket there. And these flip outs. Oh, I thought I'd forgot to add an envelope there. I'd got one envelope left over when I did it, and I just thought, oh, perhaps miscounted the envelopes, but that's obviously where it goes. But when I go through page by page doing decorating and stuff, I'll make sure that I put one there. Got like a library card there. Yep, it's quite long, isn't it? That's another freebie. Page edge, little pocket there, that's from the kit. That's a little bit there, and then there's page edge there. So that's where we're at now. So we'll be going through page by page decorating, but I feel like I probably need to make a few like clusters first, because you know, clusters are just so easy to use for decoration, like, well, on lots of things. But where's that library card? So like here, you know, we've got these are just like bases of clusters that I've made. I did a series on neutrals, and I made loads of these up, you know, ready. So, you know, you put that there, and then you'd add, you know, a fussy cut or something, and you've kind of decorated it. So I think I'm gonna do some decorating of the clusters. I've also got some tickets which I do like as decorations. I've already started stapling some of them, and I like using these as you know, page decorations. I mean, you could do it on something tall, so I always think they're handy. And then I've got some small tickets. Well, they're not too small, but you know, that you can put on smaller things. So I think we might have a video of doing them tomorrow, and then on Sunday I think we'll decorate the first half, and then next week we'll do the second half, and then all we've got to do then is find some things for the pockets. I don't particularly want to make tags. I've never enjoyed making tags for some reason. It's just not my thing, but yeah, we will make some, but you know, I need to have a rummage around and see what we can perhaps pop into the pockets. So that is it for today, and I will be back tomorrow. Thanks a lot for joining me. Bye for now.